You and now rolling with Swanny River right here on RWS Radio and the All Digital Radio Network. It's now the time for another episode of Artist Spotlight. Ain't nobody doing it like Swanny, man. You already know. So before we get started, I think I'm going to play that crazy intro. Let's go.
Rollin' with Swanny. Artist Spotlight.
Over the phone, I have, people would like to talk shit about me saying, oh, Swan, everybody's in your family. That's right. I have a lot of family members, all right? This is another one of my nephews. How's that? He goes by the name of DuQUAYE. If you don't know DuQUAYE, then there's something wrong with you. Period. There's something wrong with you. DuQUAYE, you on the phone?
Uncle Swanny, what's up?
What's up, baby boy? How you doing?
I'm cool. How are you?
I'm good, man. Yo, I'm good now because, first and foremost, shout out to Yvonne, the music bully, because let me tell you something, man. I've been looking for you, been trying to get in contact with you. I can't find you. I'm like, you know what? Because when I heard your record, God, I was like, This nigga, oh!
Shout out to Yvonne. I'm happy that she made the connection.
Right, I'm so happy she did that too, man. So listen, DuQUAYE. All right, the name DuQUAYE, I love that name. I don't know, for me it sounds French.
It is French, yeah.
Ah, see. Okay, so I mean, how do you get that name? Is that your government?
That's my government. Yeah, that's my government.
Stop. So you're from France?
No, I'm not from France. I'm from the hood. The name is French. The name is definitely French, though.
So what's your background?
Like my nationality?
Yeah, because I'm Puerto Rican. So what are you?
I'm black.
Oh, that's all?
Yeah, that's well, you know.
I mean, go ahead.
It's Indian in my family, but I hate saying that because people, and I got Indian in my family. You know what I'm saying? But black and Indian.
You know what, DuQUAYE, let me tell you something. I have Indian in my family, too. We come from the Taino tribe, okay? So I know about this, okay? So, yes, you probably do have some Indian in your blood. You probably do. I mean, hey, it is what it is.
Right, but it's not like distant relatives, you know what I mean? It's like my grandmother,
Right. Okay.
So,
well, I'm half Puerto Rican and half Hawaiian. How's that?
Oh, that's an interesting little mix right there.
Yeah, my great-great-grandmother was from Hawaii, and she had my dad, of course. Well, I mean, no, not my great-great. She had my grandmoms, and then my grandma, half Puerto Rican because she married. No, she was Hawaiian. Also, she married a Puerto Rican man, and oh God, it's just too much. And then they had my father, and my father made me, and it goes.
Right,
but
it's
this
just
is
all in the mix.
Right, but this is not about Swanny River. This is all about DuQUAYE right now. Hey, you already know. So DuQUAYE, where you from? Where you from?
I'm originally from Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Connecticut. Oh.
Yeah, and but I have a few homes though. I'm from Bridgeport, and then I went to college at Hampton University, which is in Hampton, Virginia. So that's another home for me. And then Atlanta, of course. I moved to Atlanta right after I graduated, and so that's another home for me. That's where I rest my head.
How is Atlanta? I've never been to Atlanta. I've had thoughts of moving to Atlanta. How is it over there?
Atlanta is cool. It depends on your frame of mind, though. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta's cool. I work in the music industry, so it's cool for me because there's a lot that goes on as far as music is concerned. But if you're in the entertainment industry, whether you act or you do hair, do makeup, you're a dancer, you sing, rap, or whatever, Atlanta's definitely a good place to be.
Yeah, I've been told. That Atlanta is the spot. Is the it's like the new New York or some shit like that.
Right, but we get a bad. Well, let me not say we. When I tell people that don't live in Atlanta that I live in Atlanta, they look at me and they're like, because Atlanta has a bad rap for And I tell everybody, that does not mean that everybody that lives there is,
Well, I know a couple. Yeah, no, I know a couple of dudes from Atlanta. And I hear that the scene out there is really crazy.
It is, and that's why I said, it depends on your frame of mind. You know what I mean? If you're going down here for that, then you definitely can get it in. But if you're about your business and, trying to be productive and progressive in your life, then Atlanta's a good place for that, too.
I couldn't go. See, I had thoughts of moving, but I couldn't go to Atlanta because I know that I will have a lot of drama out there because I'll be sticking everything that moves. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just me. That's just me. It is what it is. Let me tell you something. I see, people from out there, dudes and stuff. I'm like, yo, what? Stop playing. But anyway.
Hey, whatever blows your hair, man.
Hey, okay. So, DuQUAYE, man, for the people that don't know about DuQUAYE, let everybody know, man. You're a music dude, man. So let them know, man. Holla at them.
Oh man, where should I start?
From the beginning.
From the beginning. Well, I mean, I was one of those kids that used to sing and rap in my parents' basement. You know what I mean? With the broomstick and and then really in my mind, I saw like 60,000 people in the audience. Even though I was in the basement, there was nobody there but me.
I mean, we all started like that.
Yeah, and so I grew up always knowing that, when I get older, I'm going to work in the music industry and I'm going to be able to travel and, through my music and stuff like that. I went to college to, get my education and to make my parents happy. Right. Once I was done with college, I kind of slept on myself a little bit. I got a job immediately, really before I graduated from college. I had secured a job and was going to work every day in a shirt and tie. And after a while, that started getting to me. I couldn't sleep at night because, my heart wasn't happy. And so, I put my 2-week notice in, and I had 2 cars at the time. I sold one and gave away all my furniture.
This dude got 2 cars, okay?
And hey, I'm,
you doing it big in the ATL.
Always grinding. But,
that's right.
I prayed a lot because I was making real good money at that job, and I just wasn't sure. So I prayed about it, and when I felt like God had given me permission to go to Atlanta, that's what I did, and I stepped out on faith and went to Atlanta. And believe it or not, the very first week that I got there, probably like the 3rd day in Atlanta, I got a job at Patchwork Recording Studios.
Okay.
Which is like the #1 studio in Atlanta and one of the biggest studios on the East Coast. Yeah. Oh. And working at Patchwork, I got to see a lot and learn a lot. And I mean, on a daily basis, everybody, would come through from Whitney Houston to Alicia Keys.
Oh, wow.
Everybody that you can think of in the music industry would record and work at Patchwork. And it was just like, that was a huge blessing. And then, from there, I was the A&R for Deborah Anthony. I call her Auntie. A lot of people might know her as Waka Flocka's mother.
You're kidding.
Don't like to be called
You're
that.
kidding, for real?
Yeah, and so she put me in charge of music for all of her artists and producers, Lex Luger and Southside and Waka and just, the whole Brick Squad and just all of her artists.
So is it safe to say it's your fault that that every record that I hear sound like a South song? Is that your fault? Because I'm gonna get you if it's your fault.
I mean, hey, the numbers are saying that people love it. So
well, of course. I mean, look,
I can't take credit for it though. I can't take credit for it. But,
I mean, the numbers are so good that the New York rappers even sound Southern.
Don't they though?
French Montana.
I don't know how that's happening.
Oh my God,
and
that's
crazy.
crazy.
I grew up listening to I'm from Connecticut, so I grew up, listening to Nas and Biggie and Jay-Z.
Yeah, that was my next. That was my next question. Like, you're a rapper. Like, who inspired you to rap?
I don't think that any one person inspired me. It was more of an era that inspired me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like that bad boy era back when Diddy and Mace was wearing those plastic suits. Lil Kim and Foxy Brown and Nas and Biggie.
When hip hop was good.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved it.
it.
And so it was more of an era. I can't really pinpoint one particular person.
Oh, but that's cool though. It's cool. An era. That's a beautiful. That's a good answer. That's a good answer. No, it's a good answer. I mean, an era. Okay, so we're talking about the 90s.
Basically. Yeah.
Okay, see? The 90s inspired me to rap. That's a beautiful thing because that's when hip-hop was delicious. That was when hip-hop was good. 80s and 90s, man, and 2000. A little bit of 2000, well, now that it's crazy right now. It's just, I don't know, people are mumbling on records now.
Hip-hop was lyrical back then.
Right. It was lyrical. People, like I said, people are mumbling on records, Young Thug. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to get rid of these knuckleheads. So, when you started recording your own songs?
A couple years ago. What did it for me, okay, you mind if I start from the beginning with that, too?
Go for it, man. Do you?
Okay, well, when I came to Atlanta, originally, I was... my goal was to be an artist. But, working at Patchwork, I got to see a lot of stuff up close. And I remember seeing particularly Monica and Fantasia. And I only, pinpoint them because they had reality shows that showed them. I don't like putting people's business out there.
Right.
But, those two ladies, I remember, being in the studio with them, and they recorded songs that they loved. And then they were on pins and needles, hoping that the A&R loved it. And then the A&R from the label would come into the studio, listen to the song, and be like, nah, that's a good song, but that's not going to be your next single.
Right.
And I remember seeing Fantasia in tears. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, wow, they can't make the decisions for themselves.
Oh no, that will never happen. No. Unless you're a independent artist.
Right.
Yeah, then you can make your own decisions on what songs are going to be played. But when you're with a major label, man, these people, they run your life. They tell you when to get up in the morning, when to go to bed, what to eat, what not to eat, how to walk, not to. Yeah, see, I don't do that. I stay independent.
Right. And so that is what made me say, okay, I need to do what he does. I remember the A&R. And what's funny is it was the same A&R that came for both of them, too. And that's what made me say I want to be an A&R. So when I went down that road, after a while, I got kind of tired of seeing people. I was happy for people, but I was like, hey, I'm a part of this machine that's making everybody go from ashy to classy.
Right.
You know what I mean? You start out with well, let me not. I don't want to make it sound like I'm reading nobody, but just basically going. You're a multi-millionaire now, and you weren't before when we first got started on your project. And I'm the one, that's making all of these, that's doing all the radio, making the appointments for the radio interviews and going on tour with you and all of that stuff. So I said, you know what? Let me call up my favorite producer and go in the studio and make some shit happen. Right. You know what I mean? Because I want some millions too. And since, but I didn't want to do it until I understood how the business worked. Right. And I had my own resources and connections. See, I didn't want to be out there.
That's a good thing, man, that you learned the business before you did anything. See, a lot of these dudes, and I'm saying it like I mean it, a lot of these people, dudes, they put out a record today and they think they stars tomorrow and they don't know the business. They don't know what's what. There's no originality, especially in our community. I'm not even going to front. All right. There's a lot. I would like to say maybe 75% are not being original with their shit. Okay, right. Like there's certain rappers, man, that they drop and they blow me away. I don't like to mention no name because I don't really want to. I don't really want to go there.
Mention names. We hear it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, but there's a lot of them who are stuck in this thing where, you know, they're not original.
Right. And that's one thing about me. Like, I try my hardest to create my own lane so that I don't sound like anybody else.
Right. It's like what did Jay-Z say? He said, what was that quote? That quote blew my mind, man. It literally blew my mind. But if I remember later, I'll tell you. But anyway, it's okay. You got this track. Like, this is my joint. This is like one of my favorite tracks. Flexing.
Everybody loves flexing.
You know why? Because it's a real club joint. It's a real club joint. Don't you have a video for that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I saw that video. Let me tell you, the first time, let me tell you something. The first time I saw that video, I said to myself, you know, I'm looking at you with my mouth open. I'm like, yo, this nigga is spitting. Like, and the track is on point. But what kills me is the little kid in the beginning. Who is that? Is that what is that?
I mean, I don't know. That's just something my producer had, and you know, when I heard it in the studio, I was like, oh, you gotta put that in the mix, in the beat. And you know, all of my beats.
Shout out to your producer, man.
Yeah, I love him because all of my stuff is made from scratch. Like, right while I'm sitting right there, every sound he puts in, he looks over at me and it's like, like that. And I'm like, yeah, no, put that in,
dope.
Get that out, do that up. You know, he's the illest.
Dope. See, that's what I'm talking about, originality. Shit. But I'm not gonna say nothing. But anyway, so that track. So tell me, how did that track come about? Because flexing. Oh, that's my joint.
Oh man, okay. I'm gonna tell you my routine in the studio. You know, I have a bottle. I'm not gonna tell you what brand of liquor it is because I don't got no check. You know, no endorsement check or nothing like that. But you know, I always have a bottle in there. And like I said, my producer, he makes my beats from scratch.
Right.
And so I'm sitting there with my notepad, and as the beat is coming together, you know, I'm getting slowly but surely getting faded, and I'm, you know, bouncing and everything, and I'm just kind of like, you know, feeling it, and I write right there on the spot. And so that's how my songs come out. And the beats, I like big beats, you know, and so my beats are kind of cocky. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to my beats, you have no choice but to kind of get cocky and be cocky when you hear them. Right. And so that's how flexing came about, you know, just feeling yourself and just,
That's, I mean, yo, like I said, man, when I first heard the track, man, I was in awe, man. I was like, damn, I said, I gotta get this dude on my show. I love that track. Yo, I'm telling y'all, everybody out there, man, you know, I just played the song before the interview. You can't deny the track. You cannot deny the track. That track is just crazy. It's fucking dope, man. And
I might have to make a flexing part 2. Or something, because everybody loves that record.
Well, you know what? If you do a flexing part 2, I'll put my voice on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I have that. Let me see. I can do that. You know, that Fat Man Scoop. That.
You know what I want you to do, if you will, Uncle Swanny, please.
What's up? What? Anything you want. Anything you
I
want.
I want you to lend me your voice for like one of my show tracks. You know, when I go to perform, you know, that, like you said, that Fat Man Scoop, get the audience hype.
No problem. You got it. Just write me a script and it's going down.
Okay.
That's it. So so now you got this new track that you said you told me before the interview that you haven't released yet. Okay, the track is called Cologne.
Yeah.
Okay, what's up with that track? Because that track sounds sexy. It sounds sexy. I didn't even hear it yet, but I'm gonna play it right after the interview. But what's up with that? Cologne.
Cologne. I love cologne. I love to smell good. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And a lot of I wanted to make a record that was unlike my other records, you know, because I get so hyped in the studio that all of my records turn out to be like, these club banger type records. And I wanted to kind of slow it down a little bit and get a little sexy with it, but talk about something a little different.
Yeah, you're feeling yourself. You're feeling yourself. I get it.
Yeah, and put some of these niggas on. Put some of these niggas on and let them know. You gotta smell good.
That's well, yeah, man. I do not tolerate stinky. I don't tolerate stinky. You better smell good.
Not at all.
Hell no.
Not at all.
So let me ask you, when you started, like when you decided to do music, well, like, was your family with it or they was against it?
I don't know. I love my family, but I don't live for my family. I do what I want to do.
I like that. Very good.
I don't know. I went to college. You know what I'm saying? I was the first person in my family to go to college.
Right.
And not just any college, but, one of the top colleges in the country, Hampton University. So I didn't look around and ask permission from nobody to do anything after that.
What? You making me love you more and more, nephew, for real. For real, man, because that's a dope answer. So, have you been doing shows and stuff like that?
I have done some shows, but I have not done any lately. Right now, I am actually working on starting my own business. That doesn't have anything to do with music.
Okay.
I really don't want to go into what lane it's in, but it has nothing to do with music.
Yeah.
And I'm working on that, and I have new music coming out and stuff like that. But I will be doing shows because the buzz is growing a lot, and I'm getting a lot of feedback from a lot of people. So I want to get out there and touch people and see people and take some selfies.
Right. See, I was gonna ask you that because like when you go to clubs and stuff like that in Atlanta or wherever. Like, do people recognize you? They go, oh my God, they go DuQUAYE. Oh my God, he's so cute.
You know what people do? People stare. They stare, and
that's funny.
Then they send me a message on like Twitter or Instagram or something like, "Oh, I saw you. I was afraid to say something because whatever." Or somebody come up to me and start flirting and stuff like that, and I'm a flirtatious person too.
Okay.
But then after a while, after about 10, 15 minutes, they're like, yeah, I like your record, so-and-so. And I'm just like, oh, you should have just said that from the jump.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know that you even knew anything. You know what I'm saying?
I get a lot. You know what? Not to toot my own horn, but I get a lot of that too. Because remember what I told you before the interview, man. Why are these people on in my inbox telling me to do these things? Like they want to do these things to me. My penis. Stop. Shut up. No, you can't do that.
I can't take it.
Oh my God. So, DuQUAYE, I mean, do you like to be called a gay rapper or you like to be called an artist or just a rapper? Like, what's the tea on that?
Nah, I am just an artist. I would never consider myself a gay rapper.
Right.
I love the LGBT community. I get a lot of support from the LGBT community.
Right.
But I can't consider myself a gay rapper because I think that a gay rapper is someone who makes music specifically for the gay community.
Ah, nice. Okay.
That's not me. I make music for everybody.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? And so if you can get into it, then great. If they can get into it, great. If they can get into it, great.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's me.
That's what's up.
I don't think that sexuality has anything to do with my music.
Because it's music. What?
Right.
Wait, what's the difference? It's music.
Exactly.
Duh.
Exactly.
So let me ask. So are you working on an EP, an album, a mixtape? What's up?
Yeah, I am. But I'm so freaking particular and just I'm a perfectionist. You know what I'm saying? And so it's taking a little while. But yeah, I am.
Okay.
I am.
So do you have any collabos with anybody we might know?
I'm going to just tell you got to stay tuned.
Ooh.
I'll tell you got to stay tuned. There's some things that's in the works right now.
Give me the exclusive.
I have records that's on the shelf right now that have been recorded for some time now that people haven't heard. That have I have featured some other people, and no one has heard the music yet.
Wow, so you keeping stuff on the wraps. I don't like that. You gotta let me know things. I know after the interview you're gonna tell me some things. I get it. I understand. And believe it. I will keep it between you and I. I ain't gonna say nothing.
You know what? I am such an Aries. Like,
really? Wait a minute.
Aries.
Okay, pause. You're an Aries. So am I. What are you talking about? April 5th.
For
what
real.
are you talking about?
I'm April 9th. Get out of here.
Look at that. See? Boom. So we know each other.
Yeah, and see, I was gonna say I change my mind a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care what you think. I change my mind when I feel like it. So something could be hot to me right now, and I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna put this out tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes, and I'll be like, no, I really don't like that no more.
I do the same thing. I do the same thing for real.
Yeah.
You know, people hate that. People hate like, really, Swan? Come on, man. Like, I could do that. So what? So let me ask you, like, what kind of music you like to listen to and why?
My favorite, I like all kinds of music. You know what I mean? But my favorite artist, my favorite voice ever is Whitney Houston. I don't talk about her a lot because I get sad talking about her. But I love to hear people sing.
Right.
You know what I mean? I love the voice. I love that. And so, to hear a nice voice, someone singing, I love that. So, but I like all kinds of music, though. I like artists.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I get it. Yeah, like real singers. I get it.
Yeah. And real
not
rappers
no auto-tune ass singers. We want some real singing ass motherfuckers. Right. Not singers. Right. We don't like singers. We want singing motherfuckers. That's right. Yeah. Exactly. I get it. So let me ask you, because I ask everybody this, how do you feel about the state of hip hop and where it's going? Do you think it's in a good place or it's in a, oh my God, stop it place, like place? You understand?
Well, all I'm gonna say is I'm sick and tired of hearing the same 10 songs played over and over again on the radio. That's one. And then two, when a lot of hip hop songs come on, I change the station. I know that's bad, but it is what it is. I change the station because it gets on my nerves. I don't know what the hell you saying, what you talking about.
Right.
And
what I've adopted, and people may talk shit, but I started doing this. I started like loading up old school hip hop, 90s hip hop,
right?
90s hip hop into the station. So now when you go to like on RWS radio, you'll never hear a repeat. Well, you'll probably hear a repeat here and there because like there's certain songs that I like to keep on repeat. But you will hear more a variety of hip hop and R&B and stuff like that. See, like on my station, you will never get bored.
Right, I love that.
This is not FM radio. This is not Hot 97. This is not none of these knuckleheads. Because you're right. They play the same 10 fucking songs over and over and over.
That gets on my nerves.
It's ridiculous.
And then, listening to old school hip hop is refreshing.
It is.
But it's the dollars that's controlling the radio.
Yeah, well, those dollars don't make no damn sense. Why you gotta keep playing all that shit over and over and over? I can't stand it. I hate it, man.
But hopefully, you'll be hearing me soon. They just played my record. I have a record called "Where You At" that features Kiki Wyatt, and they just played it the other night for the first time on V103 Jams out in not Atlanta, Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Which is the number one hip hop station in Virginia.
That's why I'm moving to Virginia next year. So yeah. That's good. Because you watch me get a spot on that station. They ain't gonna be able to handle me.
Man, no, they're not gonna be able to handle me because I'm gonna be barging in there like
you already know.
My uncle. Who are you? My uncle worked there.
Exactly. So check this out. Before we go, I want you to explain this other track that I'm gonna play too. It's called "Look Mama." Explain that track.
Look, Mama. That's one of That's one of my favorite records. That is a record that is more personal to me. You know what I mean? I talk a lot about flexing and popping bottles and clubbing and all of that stuff. But Look, Mama, if you listen to that record, it kind of details some things about me, and my family and just my upbringing type of thing. And so,
So it's a dedication to your moms.
No, it's not a dedication to my mom. Oh. It's just a detail of, my history, I guess.
Okay.
Look, Mama, your boy that came so far, driving valet in the car, know who we are. You know what I'm saying? Just listen to the record. It's a timeline.
Well, we're definitely going to listen to the record right after this. But you know what, DuQUAYE? I want to thank you for calling Rollin' with Swanny. I want to thank you for finally, coming on, man, and having this nice little conversation with me, man. And I appreciate you. And you are now adopted as Swanny River's nephew. I love you. I love what you do. I love your aura. You're a true artist. You're a true artist, and I appreciate you. And I wish you nothing but success. Nothing but the best.
I love you back, and thank you so much. Thank you for having me. And
you already
shout
know.
Out to everybody.
Go ahead. You want to get some shout outs? Go for it.
I just wanted to, shout out to everybody that supports me. I love love. I love receiving love, and I love giving love. So if you got love for DuQUAYE, shout out to you. And hit me up on Instagram and Twitter at IamQuaye, IamQuaye. I would love to hear from you and, just connect with me.
Right. So where could they find your music?
You can go on YouTube and type my name in, DuQuaye. I have videos on YouTube. You can find me on SoundCloud. Follow me on Instagram. I'm kind of active on Instagram. Right. I don't really do Facebook too much, and Twitter I'm cool, but Instagram is, my thing. So, like I said, IamQuaye, IamQuaye. Follow me, and you can keep up with me that way.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to leave that damn Facebook alone, man, because people want me to do things, and they want me to do things to them and stuff like that. I'm getting ready to get away from that.
Facebook is just a bunch of nosy people just looking. That's all, being nosy.
Exactly. So I'm getting ready to get away from that. I love Instagram because I have fun on Instagram.
Yeah, for real. Me too.
Well, okay. So before we go, I want you to introduce your song.
Which one you about to play?
Well, either Cologne or Look Mama. You the one you pick out of the two, because I already played Flexing. So you pick out of the two, man, and that's where we're gonna go. And whatever you don't pick will come on right after that. So.
All right. Well, how about I do it like this? Yo, just DuQUAYE and check out my record that's coming up right now called Cologne. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all smell good. And then stay tuned for the next record, which is Look Mama.
There you go. All right, y'all. So this is DuQUAYE. I'm Swanny River. You're listening to Rollin' with Swanny. Let's play this record, Cologne. Let's go.